Hello and welcome to the In My Defense podcast. It is me, your host, Christian. I'm going to get good at that one of these days, folks. Let's try something new this week. When I was 10 years old, fun fact about myself, when I was 10 years old, I traded a brand new holographic Charizard Pokemon card for a common Pikachu card, just because Pikachu was like one of my favorite Pokemons. He was in the show and all that. I have been living with that regret literally every day for the last 20 years. And that's just a fun fact about myself, folks. If you want to hear more fun facts about me, come back for future episodes. It might be something I might try from now on. Get you guys to get to know me a little bit more. If you never want to hear something else about me, either stop listening to the show, or you can hit up the website. Let me know at inmydefensepodcast@gmail.com. Reach out to me on the socials, whatever your choice. But let's get into this episode. Now, this episode is based around the Matt Reeves trailer for The Batman, the new DC comic book movie coming out next year, starring Colin Farrell, Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, several people. Surprisingly, we were able to go almost a full hour talking about a 2.5-minute trailer. So, but we went to some places. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. My friend Reniel was really excited about the trailer. We're both big comic book fans. We geek out all the time. In the before times, before, the plague. But I think this episode was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed listening back to it. I think you guys might too. Don't want to take up too much of your time. We can get right into the episode. Come back for the outro for some credits and some thank yous. And thank you for listening, folks. I'm going to get better at these intros eventually. I promise. Well, I'm not going to promise that. We don't know what might happen. But, hey, they'll still be entertaining. I don't know if you heard me snap my fingers, but I snapped my fingers there. Is this charming? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, so let's just get right into it. So, I am here with one of my good buddies, Reniel Bell. How you doing, buddy? Say hi to everybody.
What's going on? It's your boy Reniel. What's going on, everybody? First
How
time
you doing,
here.
my friend? First time here. Hopefully not the last time. In fact, we already got multiple things in mind. So we're here to talk about the trailer for The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, which is very, very, very funny to me. We're about to talk. Let's see how long we can talk about a 2.5-minute trailer. But like, when I had asked you why you wanted to talk about this trailer, out of everything that exists, why did you want to geek out about this trailer with me?
Man, it's just so many reasons. First, Rob Pattinson. Everyone knows him as the Twilight guy, and it seems like he's now leaving that realm, of the whole Twilight sagas and his other past events. And I was shocked, like when he actually cast this guy as Batman. I was like, wow, okay, is someone on drugs? What's going on? I'm quite sure we have some much more better candidates out there for this role. But once I saw that trailer, man, I think a week ago it came out, 2 weeks ago almost, something like that. Yeah, once I saw it, man, I was like, bro, I think this is it. Like I don't see him as that guy anymore. I see him as a Batman. You know what I mean? The suit is amazing. The logo reminds me of the game from Arkham Asylum. It has a feel of like he's now starting. Like he's been Batman for 6 to 8 months. You know what I mean? Like you tell there's some details that's not fully there within his costume. There's some details that he's trying to work out, among himself. And I'm just ready for that ride, man. Like it looks fun. I think this is the most I've been excited for a Batman film since the Chris Nolan movies. I think this will be pretty fun. And I'm just really excited to watch it, man. I'm just ready to geek out on Batman to see what he brings to this role as Bruce Wayne / Batman.
Yeah, and it's funny. We were living in for a while in a world where we'd get a Batman movie every few years, right? Like the Chris Nolan movies. The first one, Batman Begins, came out in 2005.
Yeah, 2005. Then the Dark Knight came out in 2008.
Had The Dark Knight. And then 7 years later, we had
The Rise. Oh, that movie sucks. I hate that movie.
Looking back, hey man, looking back on The Dark Knight Rises now and comparing it to all the shit that's come out lately.
Oh yeah, it's
after
amazing.
After that we had like in the same year as Rises was Man of Steel, or the year after.
Yeah.
And then we had Batman v Superman, and then Justice League a little bit after that, and then Bat Affleck. Bat Affleck made a cameo in Suicide Squad. So like, and that was the last movie that came out that had Batman in it.
Wow.
Other than all the DC animated stuff that's coming out since then. So, not since the 90s really were we seeing Batman movies coming out so regularly. I was excited about this one from the get-go. Like, you talk about Robert Pattinson. I think Robert Pattinson has left that whole Twilight era being Edward stuff a long time ago. Like, he didn't really seem really into it when he was in the middle of it. And since then, he's made some really interesting choices when it comes to movies. Like, he was in The Lighthouse. He's done a whole bunch of stuff that's been really, really cool with his career. And so, like, for him, he's not really the kind of person I would expect to ever do a Batman movie, but
that was so shocking. It's like, wow, this guy really, but
he's got the chin for it, man. If you got the chin for it and you got the chops, it's fine, man. And again, we've learned our lesson. There was not as many people talking shit about Robert Pattinson when the announcement got made, because like when The Dark Knight came out, when they said Heath Ledger was going to be the Joker,
people freaked out.
Yeah, people freaked out about that. Like, there was all over online where people complaining. It's like the Brokeback Mountain guy, the guy from that did that Taming of the Shrew remake.
I won't forget you. Brokeback Mountain. Oh my god, that movie is so weird.
For you, it was weird for you. It was a movie about love. Accept love right now. Accept love.
That's right. I'm actually gonna watch it again. I might tomorrow. I'm off, so I might actually watch the movie again with my wife, because I want to give another shot, because I just was young at that point in time. So I think now being much older, it's a good moment to really sit down and watch the movie over again.
And after you watch it with her, just be like, I can't quit you.
She's gonna love that.
But yeah, so we had, and then not only is it Rob Pattinson, but it's Matt Reeves. Yeah, and Matt Reeves did a lot of really cool stuff with the Planet of the Apes trilogy, the most recent one that came out.
I think that Let Me In was pretty nice.
So like he's established himself as a really cool guy, a really awesome director, and someone who can come in with some really interesting ideas. I'm looking at the cast list.
I know it's Colin Farrell in there, right?
Yeah, Colin Farrell is the Penguin.
The Penguin, that's right.
And you see him in the trailer.
Oh yeah, he does nothing like himself. He does nothing like himself at all. It's like, who is this guy?
One of my favorite jokes of that people were putting out is that like they put all that makeup and all that work to get Colin Farrell to look exactly like Richard Kind. Which, if you've ever seen like if you've ever seen like Spin City or something like that, it was like, why not get Richard Kind to just play the Penguin? He'd be an awesome Penguin.
He looks just like him. Hey, that's Hollywood for you, man. He's cheaper, so hey, guess what? He's more affordable. We're going to use him instead.
Then in the trailer, we also saw Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle as Catwoman.
Yeah, she was in the trailer, huh? Catwoman. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I mean, they never like talked to her directly, but you did see a female cat burglar with a Scully on in the shape of cat ears. So
I think like we never really had a good Catwoman, and like the whole thing with the one with we got the one back in the days. What was her name? The actress, the paid Catwoman.
I gotta know which. I mean, there's been a lot of Catwomen.
You
you got 1966 Batman. You got Michael Keaton Batman. You got
Keaton, Matt Keaton Batman.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, she was okay. I actually kind of enjoyed her version of Catwoman. But other than that, I haven't really seen a good Catwoman. I can't name Halle Berry. That was horrible. I can't name Annie Hathaway. Is it Annie Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway was a good Catwoman.
She was okay. I mean, I wish they would probably did more with her at the time, but that's another day.
I mean, that was this. Any problems you had with Catwoman had to do with like The Dark Knight Rises as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you go back and watch The Dark Knight Rises and you see that scene where she's in the restaurant and the cops raid it, and then she's crying and screaming like she's scared, and then the second the cops are gone, she like just the whole visage just changes and switches over, which is really good acting on her part.
Yeah, she's talented. She's very talented. I love her.
You need to go back and watch the 1966 TV show.
Oh,
with
Adam West?
With pudgy Adam West and the drawn-on eyebrows on that mask, and see Eartha Kitt, Catwoman. Hold on, I gotta look up these up real quick. all I remember is the Eartha Kitt Catwoman. That's the one that stuck with me the most.
Batman. Mm-hmm. Man, like the more I think of Batman, the more I just think of success. Because it's like DC can't do nothing right but Batman sometimes. It's like,
they can still get Batman wrong.
They still can. They definitely can. I mean, we've had some crappy Batman movies. Yes, we have. But we have some damn good ones too. So
like, I think that's where this conversation is going to end up going, right? Because we're going to end up talking about the Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
And what this trailer means for like all the Batman movies that have come out so far. And by the way, Julie Newmar was the other Catwoman.
Oh, okay, I'm
gonna edit that. I'm gonna edit that around so it all makes sense. But but the when it comes to like Batman movies overall, where this one sits,
mm-hmm.
Some people might actually be confused about the fact that like technically, like I think Ben Affleck's Batman is coming back in the next Suicide Squad movie or something like that. And I don't hate Ben Affleck as Batman. But one of the cool things that the Batman is, what it means to all these DC movies, is that DC seems to fully be going headfirst into the whole DC multiverse aspect of their storytelling.
Yes.
Because like anybody who reads the comics knows that ever since like early like Silver Age DC comic book stories, DC's always been down for a multiverse. Where like whenever they need to explain why why multiple versions of a character exist, it's always because there's a whole multiverse of stories, and the story that you're reading now just takes place in
a different
other world. In a different Earth. And it's always been a part of their crossovers, and so like there's always been like multiple Superman, multiple Batman, multiple versions of every character. Sometimes it's an infinite worlds, and sometimes it's only 52.
And then honestly, I love that, like, because you're not tied down to one character, to one actor playing this character. Like if you want, like bring in like a different guy to give his spin on the same character, go for it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like with Man of Steel. You know what I mean? The movie was whatever. And I think this like version of what they're doing at Batman could actually save DC in the future. Because with the whole issue with Justice League, don't get me started on that movie, but the whole thing with Justice League and how it bombed, and this is the best time to try and like reboot things in a way.
Well, yeah, the first Justice League movie was so bad that now they're going to put out a 4-part miniseries on HBO to fix it.
Bro, it's like just watching the movie kill brain cells.
But the multiverse aspect of these storytellings is really interesting, because what it means for the DCEU movies as a whole, and basically for all the shows and everything like that, is that they're not limited by what happens in other movies. Like if something that happens in one movie conflicts with something that happens in another, it doesn't matter, because like again, there's an infinite amount of stories that can be told with these characters, and this is just another world where that takes place. And they've done a good job of trying to, like, if anybody watches the shows, I mean, like the Barry Allen from Justice League appeared on the Flash TV series.
He did.
So like So that show has always been playing around with multiverse stuff ever since like season 2.
I love that.
And it gives them a lot of room to play with. Now, the reason why this gives them an advantage over Marvel, and this isn't my original opinion, it's just something that I heard on another podcast that somebody brought up. Like, Marvel is completely limited by what happens in other movies and other shows, because all these movies are taking place in the same world. Remember, Black Widow, we are in the middle of quarantine. Black Widow, they're just now opening up movie theaters, and Black Widow was supposed to come out 3 months ago.
Yeah, it was, huh? Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it was supposed to come out 3 months ago at the time that we're recording this. And if Black Widow doesn't come out, then Captain America and the Winter Soldier don't come out on Disney Plus. WandaVision doesn't come out on Disney Plus. Then whatever the next Marvel movie is slated to come out. Doctor Strange. Also,
the series for Loki series
the Loki series. If one movie doesn't come out in this like plan that Marvel has, it totally fucks them up for the rest of their slate. Like you cannot watch WandaVision without watching Black Widow, apparently.
Exactly. Or
at least not without being spoiled for something that happened.
And that's one thing that like I try to tell people that try to like get into the MCU. Like, he said, "Oh well, I could just watch this movie and I'll be fine." I said, "Yeah, you can, but trust me, there's some small details in each of these movies that you have to see, to fully understand what's going on within, like, the timeline and what's happening." You know what I mean?
And so, honestly, if you want to watch the movies out of order, that's fine. You're just not going to get everything that was meant to be that was meant for you when they made these movies. Like when you're watching the 16th MCU movie out of 26 of them, like the people who made the movie are assuming that you've at least seen a few of the others.
Exactly, and that's why they go ahead and do what they do with the film as they do. So, but I think at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. So, you just gotta just go in there, know what you know, and then if they ask you a question, explain the best you can. That's all you gotta do. I mean, I told my wife.
Happy wife, happy life.
Right.
So when it comes to Batman, what about this trailer, of the details in the trailer, like what is exciting you the most, right? Because like I might put a clip of the trailer
from your secret friend
underneath the bridge.
Who
Topper sprung a leak, and the animals I've trapped
haven't a clue.
all become my pet.
Let's play a game, just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you?
just so people have an idea of what's going on in case you haven't seen it yet. But it's 2.5 minutes, folks. Go check it out on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
But what we see in the trailer is like we see it opens up with someone taping
like a crime scene, right?
Yeah. Well, not even a crime scene. It looks. I would assume that's the Riddler, because the Riddler's in this movie too.
A definite Riddler.
Played by Paul Dano, who we don't actually see, but we see like his effect on the world. And I think Matt Reeves even described this. This is like Batman Year 2. Right?
Okay.
If Ben Affleck's Batman is like the Dark Knight Returns style like Frank Miller Batman,
like that, yeah.
Him at the end of his career, then this Robert Pattinson Batman, or Battinson as I've started calling him.
Just where you started, right?
I started that, yeah, sure. Yeah. The Robert Pattinson Batman is Batman Year 2, like just after Year 1 Frank Miller style Batman. Like he's been fighting crime, like low level crime, maybe like the Riddler or something might be like his first foray into like a real deal supervillain.
Which is pretty interesting to me because like we've had like all these origin stories with Batman, especially with the Chris Nolan trilogy, but this is, I feel like it would be a different take, because it feels like it's going to start off with him, like you said, as Batman already, and just learning the way as he goes. You know what I mean? And just
honestly,
just being that guy.
if their take on his origins is just another criminal kills his parents after they go see a show,
Oh no, I'm sick of
I'm
it.
done. I get it.
I'm sick of it.
It's
Yeah.
done. I don't
sick of
know.
it.
I don't need to see Bruce Wayne's parents get murdered again. And I think most people don't. Like, this is not a big radical opinion. I think most people feel like, yeah, we get it. Batman's parents died when he was a kid, murdered right in front of him. He went off to train to be a badass, and he came back and he punched criminals.
Exactly.
We get it.
Like, but some people will argue that we should have an origin story. You should, but he's just so well known among fans and non-fans that you sort of know his backstory already. So like you said, there is no point of explaining very past details of why he is the man he is, that day.
There was a take on Twitter that came out when we're recording this fairly recently, where it did go viral. Like, it was spreading around like really well. Is this writer was going about how Batman isn't really special if you do like a dark and gritty version of him, which this movie looks like it is, because he essentially, like, what if you do a dark and gritty Batman where he has super like military level high technology and he's running around in a tank, right, and he's beating up on criminals and really doing a lot of damage. What separates him from a cop today?
Exactly. Nothing.
Right, like cops have tanks, cops have body armor, cops have military level technology and machine guns. Like, there's the only difference when you do a dark and gritty Batman is that you have a Batman who is worse than a cop.
Exactly.
Basically, cops are already pretty bad.
That's all he really is.
So this writer, he came out with a different take of it, where he says, all right, so when Batman's parents get killed, have a cop kill them. Have it be like a corrupted cop, right? And so Batman trains himself in this idea that the police are corrupt and that the police have to be stopped, and he has to change this whole system from the ground up. And he doesn't kill because cops can kill. Right? Cops can kill people willy-nilly without any consequences, and Batman needs to prove that he's better than them, so he refuses to kill.
Which makes sense.
And that's what separates him from like this dark and gritty level where he's fighting against police corruption. He's actively working against the police, and I think that is a take on a Batman origin story that'll probably work out really well, and unfortunately probably be more relevant for a very long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just hearing that story is like, damn, that could really, really, really change a lot of things. Like, it's basically what's going on right now. You know what I mean? So that's something that's pretty interesting. That's a good story to look into in the future, hopefully. I like that.
And the thing is, like, with these dark and gritty stories, or whenever you have like street level superhero stories, cops have lobbies and unions to make themselves look good. Like, there's propaganda where like we have a million Law and Order TV shows, and like the Spider-Man video game is him working with the police, but like nowadays the police are bad guys. That's what we have to see in movies. That's what people are dealing with on a daily level. So whenever you have cops working with the police, it doesn't really resonate as well as I think people want it to when they make these movies. But yeah, that's the level of storytelling I want to see. Make it so like Jim Gordon, who's played by Jeffrey Wright in this movie, which is really amazing. Make it so like Jim Gordon is still like the one good cop who can't say anything because he works in the system where you get sidelined and you're at risk of like getting killed by your own dudes. Yeah,
that's something like that kind of. What's that show called on CW? Black Lightning. It's something like Black Lightning. You know, we had the that cop who was like basically working around like corrupt cops. Like this show. You watch the show Black Lightning?
I haven't seen Black Lightning. I've been wanting to, but I haven't seen it yet. No.
You should watch it.
Go. Hey man, this is your episode, man. Go into it.
You should watch it. It's a really good show. It's just it's a typical, well, not typical, but it's a black man. He lives in, I think, Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia. The city is called. I forgot what the city is called, but anyway.
It's one of those DC. It's a DC Heroes. It's a made up city.
DC Heroes. It's called like Freightland, something like that. And it's just dealing with a lot of corruptions with cops, a lot of drugs going on in the city. And he's this retired hero. He's something like Status Shot. He's this retired hero, and he finally comes out.
No,
of
yeah,
Parliament.
I know Black Lightning pretty well. I know the hero Black Lightning. I haven't seen the show yet.
You should watch it, man. It's so good. Like I would see every time on Netflix and just go past this and no, it looks boring. But I said, you know what I'm doing? This is my stuff. Let's watch this. So I set time. I watched it. Fell in love with the first few episodes, and I think I binge watched everything with the wife in like 2 weeks or less. So it's like 3 seasons. So I was like, here we go, popcorn time, Black Lightning time. Let's get it in. But it's a good show. You definitely get a shot and watch it. You'll love it, man. It's really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah, and when it comes to Jim Gordon's character, like I think in the year 1 comic by Frank Miller, that version of Jim Gordon is dealing with a corrupt police system, and like there's even like one of the top cops comes after him and like to threaten his family and such like that. But then Jim Gordon beats the ever loving shit out of him in the comic, and he shows him that if you come for mine, I will kill you. Like you can't threaten me because I like, and he has to do it because he has to. Jim Gordon is a very complicated character.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with him in the Matt Reeves movie, because Jim Gordon as a character is this guy who wants to follow the law to any degree. Like he could be Batman in the comics. He even was Batman for a little while in the comics. Yeah, for a little while in the comics. But he was a government sanctioned Batman. He was doing it.
So you have like
Batman is a rule. Batman is not a rule follower. He's not a law follower. Like he believes in justice and doing the right thing. But Jim Gordon is the one who follows the law and constrains to work within the law to do the right thing, because he believes that ultimately it doesn't really mean anything if we're not following the rules to a certain degree.
Exactly.
That's the Jim Gordon character, and that's what I'm hoping that Jeffrey Wright can bring to it. I think that'll be really interesting.
I think he will. I mean, from just watching the trailer, that's kind of the vibe I got from it. I mean, it wasn't much of him in the trailer, but just for like that one shot when like Batman's walking up to him and he hands him, the envelope. It's just
Batman.
Like it gives me that feeling. It's like, man, I think this is really going to be epic, man. You know what I mean?
And they show him talking to Batman and working on his crime scene, but they never actually call him Gordon.
Exactly. Yeah, I never heard that.
Which I kind of like. I mean, because like, there's an interesting thing about comic book characters. So Jeffrey Wright is in the trailer, and he's got glasses and a mustache, right? In the comics, Gordon is traditionally a white dude with red hair, and depending on how old he is, sometimes white hair. But either way, Jeffrey Wright is not a traditional looking Jim Gordon, but you can tell he's Jim Gordon just by looking at him, which is a really cool thing when it comes to comic book designing, when you're designing characters in comic books, because designing a new character requires, if you want them to last, they need to be literally iconic. They have to have something about them where you can identify them no matter who's drawing them, because, I mean, look at Batman. Batman is almost 90 years old at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So, like... Yeah. There literally have been hundreds and hundreds of artists of different versions of Batman, but when someone draws Batman, you can tell they're drawing Batman. It's
like, you know who that guy is by glancing at the guy. You already know who he is as Bruce Wayne. You know he is as Batman. It's just that look. You know what I mean? So it's like the same thing as Superman. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, like Superman's a very basic design, but he is a circus strongman. And whenever you see a circus strongman with his hands on his hips doing the Superman pose,
you think about Superman.
Either it's Superman or someone is referencing Superman to some degree, like whether it's Ultraman or the Plutonian or whatever alternate history Superman you're doing, you are evoking the image of Superman whenever you do that Superman pose thing that everyone is familiar with.
I love it, man. See, this is why I love geeking out on stuff like this, because everybody just don't get the feeling that you would have, by talking about certain things like these. They'll just think that you're a geek and say, yeah, you can grow up. No, this stuff it's just like, if I'm down, I guess watching a movie, read a comic, I'm gonna feel happy. Yeah, just how it is, because it just makes me feel like a kid again. Just so
That's what I'm here for, man. I know of at least one other coworker who likes comic books and stuff like that, but we're at work. We can't really geek out. So it's like, hey, you saw the new Batman trailer? Like, yeah, I saw the new Batman trailer. It was good. Did you think it was good? Yeah, it was good. And then let's go back to work.
Oh man, screw that. No, let's go get a drink and talk about Batman after that. How about that? That's what we're gonna do.
Oh, speaking of designing, the design for Robert Pattinson's Batman, his costume.
His costume is really good. I mean, when I first saw some thumbnails and some screenshots
we first saw it at there was like a camera test in February. It was released in February. It was the first time that we saw Robert Pattinson in the suit.
I don't know. At first, I was worried. At first, I was like, "Hey, what's going on here? I don't know what they're trying to do." It's giving me this whole read out feeling. Like I feel like it's trying to be like Beyond in a way, but it's not. You know what I mean? And then after a few more months or a few more weeks passed by, we started seeing a little bit more, and I think they actually released like a poster of him. Maybe a month ago almost, I think it was. Once I saw that, I was just in love. I said, you know what? I think this suit is going to be the best suit so far we've seen. But as of right now, as of the trailer, what I saw, I love it. I'm still not too fond of, the collar. You know what I mean?
I like the collar.
The collar, it got grown me. It kind of throws me off a little bit.
Because you know what happens when you don't do the collar? You know what happens when he doesn't have a collar?
Mm-hmm.
To me, the collar makes sense because it's obviously like some kind of armor that he can use while still retaining the maneuverability in his neck.
Exactly.
Because you know what happens when you don't do that, when you don't take that into account? You either get the first version of every Batman costume, which is just no neck. Yeah, we're no
turn
neck.
like this. You gotta turn your whole body.
Your whole upper body. You gotta turn your whole upper body to look to the right or to the left. Every time you look up, you look like he's about to break his spine.
He goes like this. Like on my back.
Or you get the version of the suit that we saw in the Bale movies in Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. Now, I'm not mad at that suit to any degree whatsoever, but the thin plates that he's wearing on his neck.
It looked weird. It looked really weird. I mean, I guess I do.
He has like
see
a giraffe
the
neck.
whole collar now. It's like,
he
right.
He has like a giraffe neck. Christian Bale has like a giraffe neck in the second two Nolan movies because the way the plates look weird.
It's like it's plated right there, it's plated here, and it's flexible a lot, but it still looks like it shouldn't be there in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just so weird. Like I kind of rather have the original suit with him just turn the whole body. You know what I mean?
That's just
like
so
that.
dumb though.
You know, the original suit just, hey, what are you going to do? Just turn the whole body.
And again, it goes into someone sitting in a room all day trying to figure out like, how does this guy get in close with criminals with knives and not get stabbed in the neck?
Exactly. It's like, but the collar makes sense now because, like you say, I definitely do see like a useful thing for it. You know what I mean? So like the whole collar, it could be like a armor or protection, something like that gives more flexibility in the neck. I mean, besides the collar, I loved everything. The boots was nice. It felt like he's just wearing some like Walmart tactical boots, something like that. But it is awesome, man. Like I'm in love with the whole suit, and especially at the end of the trailer when he's standing in the Batcave, and there's no cape, there's nothing. He just stands and he takes off the mask. And the best part of that trailer, the best part, I would say, yo, this makes so much sense. I love it when he listens to the camera and all you see is the eye paint. It's like, yo, this is awesome because obviously we know Batman does this before he suits up. So let's just see him doing this stuff before he suits up, and there you go. It's like right there.
What I hate is we see that in every Batman movie. Like he's there and he takes off his helmet in front of he takes off the cowl in front of somebody,
but you never see his face.
Then all the paint is gone. Right? Then because you know what that was behind the scenes, right? It was and he starts pulling off the cowl and it's like, and cut. All right, now take a 15-minute break while Christian has to go get his makeup taken off.
And then they got a clean face. It's like, wow.
And then we'll start back up. Then we'll start back up at 1, and that is like you can't not see it anymore.
Exactly.
When you think about that, what I do love about the design for what they did was it doesn't look pretty.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's got the black over the eyes, but it looks like he just took like a bit of grease paint and he just like wiped it really quick across his face.
Right there. It's right there. Just get the basic down right there.
Very Imperator Furiosa from Fury Road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I mean, it makes sense, man. Like it's just like there's no way in the world that a guy can just put on this costume and then when you look at him, all we see is his eyes and this black shadowing around his mask. You know what I mean?
So yeah, it's always really cool when people consider that when they're talking about like people's identities. Like, did you see the Watchmen show on HBO?
No, I didn't watch Watchmen show.
So there, like, I'm not gonna. This one I won't spoil because this is something I think is very important. Well, I don't know how ingrained you are in Watchmen history, but in the Watchmen comic book, the first superhero of that universe was a hero called Hooded Justice, and he looks like an executioner. He wears like a noose around his neck, and he has ropes tied around his wrists. And he's known as the first superhero of that world, like the first person to put on a mask and go fight crime. And we see the origins of that hero in the Watchmen TV series, and the whole thing of putting makeup over your eyes is a major plot point regarding that particular hero, which I don't want to spoil because it's super cool.
Don't spoil that. It sounds
but I highly recommend the Watchmen TV series.
I'm checking it out. It's on HBO, right?
It's on HBO. Yeah.
HBO? Yeah, I'm probably check with the wife. So you want to check it out with me.
I think you hit on something when you said that like the costume is very much like the Arkham Asylum costume in the video games. Because I haven't gotten a super good look at it because the only time we've seen it is in this trailer and in the camera test from back in February where it was all red light. But the color scheme is classic, right? It's not all black.
Yeah, it's definitely black. It seems like it's gonna have a bit of dark gray in there, which is awesome. And the logo seems to be made out of some kind of plate, some kind of metal, where it's just like
I think there is a part in the trailer
there.
where someone actually shoots it, like someone actually fires their gun at his chest, and it bounces off of the symbol.
And it's like that logo's awesome, bro. I love it.
Somebody online theorized that the symbol was actually made up of the gun parts from Joe Chill's gun.
Ooh.
I think that's dumb.
When you think about it, yeah.
This is the weapon that killed my parents. I'm going to wear it on my chest.
Yeah, it's like it's for justice. It's like, no, I don't want to think you should do that. But if it is, at first it sounded like you could be interested. Now I think about it, that's not a good reminder of that. You know what I mean? It's having it there.
And look, I gotta say this, like, ultimately when it comes to like the dark and gritty Batman stuff, I want Batman to smile.
You want Batman to smile?
I want Batman to smile. I like my happy Batman. Happy Batman is best Batman.
I mean, we kind of got something like that in Justice League with Ben Affleck and all his joke telling, which is horrible.
But he never laughed at his jokes. Nobody laughed at his jokes. His jokes were never funny. He didn't laugh. He didn't even say, like, it wasn't like Barry Allen in the movie when he would tell jokes. It was like nobody laughed in the movie. But the audience did. Like when Batman joked in those movies, it was never like, he never laughed at himself. No,
that's true.
That's not a.
That's
so
true.
Like he was not a happy Batman. Even when they were trying to do like the romance between him and Diana, he was not a happy Batman.
Oh man, I didn't care for that whole romance thing with them. I mean, I didn't care for the whole movie. And
I know for a fact that you're a one-woman Batman shipper.
Oh yeah, I love Batman and Wonder Woman together. I love it.
Since that Justice League cartoon.
Oh yes, when I first saw that it was being hinted on, I was like, yo, this is awesome. Batman, Wonder Woman. But then the common things change, and now she's like part God. And is she with Superman right now in comic books?
Probably not. Not anymore. I don't think they've been together for a while in the comics. But yeah, they were together for a little bit. But remember, that was around the time of, like, when the New 52 was just starting.
Yeah, right.
And DC Comics was throwing every obvious idea at the wall to see what sticks.
That didn't stick. I do not dig Superman and her together. It throws it all.
The comics said it themselves. In the comics, there's a scene for The Man Who Has Everything. It's a comic book by Alan Moore where Batman and Wonder Woman come to the Fortress of Solitude for Superman's birthday. Shenanigans happen, but when it ends, as like a birthday present, Wonder Woman kisses Superman, and it was like Superman's like, "Oh, that was nice. Why don't we do that more often?" And Wonder Woman was like, "I don't know, too obvious, I guess."
See, yeah, that's how I like it, man. Because they try to make it work so much, but it just doesn't feel right, man. It's like the Flash. The Flash. All right, my wife loves that show. She does, but in her opinion, she feels like Barry Allen and Iris West being together is so forced. It's like, and I kind of see what she means because it just doesn't feel right.
I haven't seen the last few seasons of that show, but Iris and it was a bad move. The thing is, they can't fix it now. I think Iris and Barry make a good couple in the comics, but in the comics, they weren't raised together in the same house.
That's what makes it so weird. It's like, yeah, we get you. Hey, she's not your sister, by blood, but she's kind of something of that because if you raised with somebody as a kid, you've seen them eat, you see them do things, you see them go through the issues.
Like they've hit the zeitgeist somewhere, right? Because if you go on a porn site, that is every other video on porn is having sex with a step member of your family, or as a stepfather, stepsister, stepmother. Like that is every other video. I don't know what kind of incest heavy thing is happening in society nowadays. I don't know how. Like maybe it's because I don't want to talk about that. I'm gonna do a whole new podcast on that because it is a weird thing. It is a very weird thing, America. I know that there are more divorces now than ever, but that does not make it does not make sleeping with your stepfamily okay.
It is weird. I mean, hey, yeah.
We're not gonna talk about it. No, we're not gonna talk about it. No, I refuse. Full stop.
We're not gonna talk about this episode. No more incest.
That'll be another episode. I'll make that a whole. I promise you that will be a whole episode later down the line. That is not happening right now.
Very honest.
Man. But yeah, Batman.
Back to Batman. Let's see the Flash over there. Right there. But,
all right, so I feel like I have to ask this because I'm willing to give my opinion on this, but my opinion is going to piss off a lot of people.
Let's hear it.
I want to hear from you first. Top 5 Batman.
Top 5 Batman.
Like the actors that have played Batman.
I'm gonna go Adam West
for number 1 or number 5.
Number 1. I'll go back number 1 because he was the first Batman that I saw. You know what I mean? So in my heart, he's still a Batman to this day. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised. I'm so proud of you, buddy.
So Adam West, number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go Michael Keaton. Number 3, Christian Bale. Besides the whole voice thing, Christian Bale, I hate that voice. Number 4, man, see, now this is when it gets a little tough because now I'm just thinking about the Batman, like the Batmans with George Clooney, Val Kilmer. They got all the bad movies.
I'll save my opinion for my turn.
I don't know. So I got Adam West. I got MacLeod. I got Christian Bale. I haven't seen them.
I don't know if this changes your order, but I don't want to trick you in this. Animated Batman counts. Animated Batmans count.
Okay, all right.
If you want to do animated Batmans.
All right. So actually, I'm going to take away Christian Bale. I'm going to put Christian Bale at number 4 there. And I forgot his name. He's basically Conroy? Batman. Yeah, Kevin. He's number 3. He's number 3 for me. So, and number 5, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm gonna go. The obvious here. I'm gonna go with Pattinson. Pattinson.
Based on 3 minutes of footage.
3 minutes of footage. The way he looks, the way that suit looks on him, the way he carries himself as a Bruce Wayne and a Batman, the way he just kicks those guys' asses when he says, "And who are you?" He just bow, 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 bow. I'm vengeance. Beat the shit out of them guys, man. So yeah, that's my order right there. What's your order?
Mine is Kevin Conroy, number 1.
Okay.
He did Batman longer than anybody.
That's true. That voice.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with Bruce Greenwood. Who only did Batman? He was only the voice of Batman in one animated movie.
Yeah, right.
Which
was it?
Return of the Red Hood.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Return of the Red Hood. Yeah, that's okay. I like a musical.
And then I'll go Christian Bale.
Besides the voice.
besides the voice. But I mean, like, the voice wasn't so bad in Batman Begins. It got worse as the movies went on. Because the problem wasn't even his fault, right? Because the problem with that voice is that you can't have a conversation in that voice.
You can't.
Right? Like that's the voice you use for growling at people in single sentences when you're interrogating them, not when you're trying to have a talk with the commissioner of police on a rooftop. It doesn't really work.
That with Joker. Where is he?
But no, even that was fine. But like,
It was.
When he's going over battle plans, and it's like we're gonna take it from the west side.
It's like, why are you talking like this, Batman? It's like, can you talk normal for a change?
I will defend the one line in Dark Knight Rises where he says the line, so that's what that feels like, and he's by himself using that voice. I can defend it because the way Christian Bale plays Batman is that Batman and Bruce Wayne are two different people.
Oh yeah. Like,
so he uses the Batman voice because in that moment he's Batman. He's not Bruce Wayne.
So that's what that feels like. But honestly, that's him. That's his
Batman
character.
is a method actor.
Yeah, like, cause like I believe like reading like all like those moments on set when he was being Batman throughout those years. He is a method actor. So during that time, he's Bruce Wayne, he's Batman, he's not Christian Bale any longer.
But he plays Batman as a method actor.
Yes, and it's like, man, like
my number four will be Adam West.
Adam West, okay.
Right? Dude has done more for Batman did more for Batman in 2 years than almost anybody else could have done.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 5 is George Clooney.
George Clooney?
Yeah. Michael Keaton don't make the list.
George Clooney?
Look, man, I've talked about you before, right? George Clooney was the only person who got close to an Adam West Batman was George Clooney. George Clooney wasn't playing dark and gritty Batman. You can go back and watch those Schumacher movies. They were not meant to be like dark and scary. They were meant to be 1966 level Batman. If you watch Batman Forever and Batman and Robin with that mindset, like if it's like the Adam West style campy Batman, they're totally different and totally defendable and totally deserve a place in the Batman canon of films.
They should. And honestly,
and George Clooney deserves his place because of one line reading. Right, because of one line reading, really. Not even because of the whole movie, but because he read one line. It was the scene where Poison Ivy hijacks the bat signal and turns it into a Robin signal.
Mm-hmm.
And then Robin and Batman are arguing back in the mansion about going.
Mm-hmm.
And then Robin just says,
It's not a bat light, it's a Robin signal. Ivy's calling me.
Her name is Pamela Isley. I saw her talking to Gordon. She must have stolen his keys and changed the signal.
Yeah, she did it for me, for love.
She's infected us with some sort of pheromone extract.
Oh, is that what it is, Bruce? I'm under some kind of magic spell?
She wants to kill you, Dick.
Yeah, I remember that line.
George Clooney's one little line of reading of that line justifies everything.
Made everything for you happen right there.
Made everything for me. He was great.
I mean, I'm not saying he was bad.
Because his name is Dick.
He was okay.
It's because his name is Richard. His name is Richard.
Dick. But honestly, I want to say right now, since we on live right now, I want to say I know as movie fans we have guilty pleasure movies. You know what I mean? That's considered horrible, you know, like of people. But in my opinion, I love it and I hate it at the same time. It has to be Batman Forever. I think I love that movie, man. Like, and I hate it. Like watching it as a kid, I was like, man, the movie is awesome. I freaking love it. But as I got older and I kept watching, I say, yo, this movie has a lot of issues, bro. And I'm not.
I don't believe in guilty pleasures.
You don't believe in guilty pleasure movies?
I don't believe in guilty pleasures. Like what you like, especially since man. I seem to have created a podcast that will eventually just be guilty pleasures.
Okay.
Right.
I mean,
eventually, I'm like, wait till I get to my episode about Gremlins 2.
Oh man. You bring that Gremlins in here now?
I have things to say, Ray. I have things to say.
Gremlins are coming around. Man, it's been long since I've seen that movie, bro. Wow. been a while since I've seen the movies.
I'll bring you back where I bring on in my defense, which is the name of this goddamn show. In my defense, Gremlins 2 is a great movie. I think we can finish this particular episode talking about the Batmobile.
Oh man, the Batmobile.
They've gone back to a jet, putting a jet engine in the back of a car.
Bitch. Oh man, yo. When I saw that jet engine, I immediately thought of the 90s Batman animation. Watching that.
But then it looks like a muscle car, so it actually it calls back to a lot of like the first early like Batmobiles that happened. There's been a million different styles of Batmobile in the comics, but I think very early Batmobile was basically just a car. It was sometimes it would have like a big bat symbol on the big bat head on the front of it, but most of the time it was just a car. And then it wasn't until late 80s and 90s that we started seeing like basically a jet engine with a cockpit in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was like a coupe, right? Like a coupe vehicle was.
Yeah, basically like it was just dangerous. A badass car. And then we saw it in like the 1966 series. It was like that really one of a kind like design with like the black on red with the red trim kind of thing that was going on.
That was pretty nice to see that, to watch that. But then time changes and things evolve, and that's when we start getting our jet engine.
I still want that. I still want that 1966 version.
It was badass though. It was badass. I mean, honestly, I would love to own all the Batman cars in my damn garage. Just to go outside and say, yeah, I own that. Just say it's right there.
Me, for one, I'm kind of against the Batmobile.
Yeah? Right.
I think there is no point in Batman having a car unless it can fly. Because, I mean, the coolest images you ever see of Batman are not Batman sitting behind the seat of a car, behind the wheel of a car. It's him standing on it's him gliding and standing on a gargoyle and on a high skyscraper in the middle of the night. Like, I'm fine with Batman getting around with grappling Spider-Man style. So like, unless he's riding around in the Bat Pod or a Bat Chopper or something like that, and even the choppers, not even put like a Bat Plane. Like Bat Planes and such make more sense than a car, because Batman can get to places easier than a car ever could, anyways.
You're right. You're right about that. It's just think about it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So the car's only useful if he's bringing somebody else along with him.
Yeah, like with Robin what's the name? What's the movie with Batman and Robin? What's the name?
Batman and Robin?
And Quinn. Harley Quinn, the anime movie. Remember?
I haven't really seen any of the animated movies.
You should watch the movie. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. She just busts on the car.
I have HBO Max now, so they have all that DC stuff, which I got to get into. But yeah, like they haven't, like, I don't know if Bruce Timm is still, like, he was an executive producer on a lot of the 90s shows, and it was his art style. It was Bruce Timm's art style that was doing a lot of the that was used for a lot of the cartoons in the 90s and into the early 2000s. And so I don't know if he's still working on the DC animated stuff. He was for a little while, but then he might have stepped away, because I think there was a very distinct difference in DC's animated movie style when up until a few years ago. Yeah.
I mean,
because they were two very separate entities, right? Because DC was doing very different things in animated department and in their live action department.
Oh man, yes they were.
I think the studios were literally on opposite sides of the country.
Yes, they were. They really were, and it's so sad that I just love watching the anime DC movies better than live action movies. It's like, man, because they just hit you more at heart, and then DC live action universe it's just so much work just need to be done for them damn movies, bro. It's like,
hey, I mean, what I like is that DC has guaranteed that they all exist. Nothing's ever gone. Anything that's existed in a DC property exist in the multiverse of everything, so it's all there. You could still
so they ain't canon out there. Everything is still there.
Everything is canon.
Wow.
Everything is canon. Nothing has ever been removed from DC canon as far as anybody is concerned at this point.
I mean, because the best movies they had was Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Those are the best movies they've had so far.
And even Aquaman is only as good as maybe like Thor 2.
Yeah, and Thor 2 is not even that good.
It's at the bottom. It's up at the bottom of the MCU list.
But I definitely love Thor 1. That's definitely one of my favorite Thor movies, besides the third one, Ragnarok. So besides that, yeah, that's just that. But that the whole issue with Batman in the car. Now I think about it, it makes a lot of sense, because when does he look like the most coolest or the most frightening is when he's gliding through the air, or when he's hanging over, a statue on the building. Like you never really fear Batman driving towards you.
Yeah, the only cool factor that a car brings into it is just the coolness of having a car.
Exactly. It's and like, honestly, it's not happening.
In 21st century, having a car is not that big deal anymore.
It's not. It's really not. Like, I remember in the Dark Knight Rises, the scene when he comes back and he's on a bike and he's riding, then the cops, they get to corner him, and all of a sudden he hits this little quick turn. It goes into
the bat pod. It was awesome.
It was serious. Awesome. Yo, this guy just took off in the pod, bro. Like, everybody's like, yo, is that the guy? It was like, wow, it's so movie again, man. Like, movie's bad, but it has a lot of good moments where I actually love. You know what I mean? Like, I love when he comes back. I love when he gets into the bat pod. I hated Bane's voice. That's really about it. Like, why is he talking like this, man? It's like, why is he talking like this? But that's not Tom Hardy's fault. You know what I mean? So that's what they want. You know what I mean? Tom did the best he could. That's just that. But
I do think the Bane voice was partly Tom Hardy's fault.
You think so?
Nobody told him to sound like that. You kidding me? No.
Man, I think Chris said something. Chris probably said, "Hey, you know what? Can you just do a little something like this and this? Hey, do your own thing to it."
No, I mean, like, if he probably did it because he had to wear a mask, and doing that voice is very distinctive when you have a thing over your mouth. Mm-hmm. Like, it makes it probably made it easier for people to understand what he was saying. Because if he did just talk with, like, I think Bane, the Bane character is Hispanic. I don't think he was playing Hispanic in that movie. He wasn't Hispanic in that movie, but the Bane, you couldn't if he had done just like a regular like European accent, it probably wouldn't have gone through very well, that mask. So he had to do like this. He had to do this really loud, distinctive voice to actually get through the mask in the first place. Like, that's what was happening there.
Listen, is Bane? Is he from Spain? Right? He's from Spain, wasn't he?
I think it's more like Central or South America.
Central South America. Yeah, because I definitely remember reading a part of coming where it said either he was from the Central or he was actually like from Spain, something like that. But either way, something like that.
Yeah, you got some Taino in him somewhere.
Something like that.
But I think we did it, man. We talked an hour.
Well, we did, huh?
2.5 minute trailer. Not bad at all. Do you have any final thoughts regarding this trailer and your excitement for this movie that is coming out over a year from now?
Man, wow, that's sad. Now that you say it, it's like, wow, it's just still got a little minute to go. But
October 21st of 2021.
Wow, and we just in 2020. It's been a horrible year.
Hey, the less things that happen in 2020, the better.
Man, but honestly, I'm really excited for it. Once the tickets are available for pre-ordering, I'm buying them. I'm going to go there. I'm going to wear all my Batman gear. I'm going to do the best I can to support this movie and get people to watch this movie, because I think this is going to be one of the best Batman movies we've gotten in a long time, since the whole like Batman trilogy that we have in Nolan. Hopefully, I mean, the actor is great, the director has a good, track record. It seems to be a good cast, assembled for this role, for this movie. And I'm just really excited for it. It has the whole feel of the Arkham game in it, and I love that game to death. And I'm just really excited for this whole different look on this Batman. So I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Glad to hear it. The hype is real. Reniel, if people want to find you on the internet or anywhere else, where can they find more information about you as a person?
Okay. You can follow me on Instagram at Reniel Bell. That's RENIEL BELL. You can follow me. I do a lot of fitness tips, a lot of filmmaking. I actually going to start up a YouTube channel with the wife for like some reviews for movies, television, maybe some games here and there. Just doing a lot of like critic stuff, regarding cinema and television. But that's really about it for me.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, Bell. You are one of my best friends. I love you very much, my friend. And
As always.
we out.
As always.
And that was it. We did it. I know some of you might have been doubting me, saying that you can't do a 1 hour podcast based on a 2.5 minute trailer, but we did it. We spent a lot of time not talking about the trailer, but that wasn't the point. We were geeking out, and that's what this show is. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you want to hear more like this episode. I know I can do more. I know I can bring my buddy back. I want everyone to get a chance to be able to geek out on stuff. If you have any suggestions for the show, go to inmydefensepodcast.com. Send emails to inmydefense@gmail.com. You can find other episodes on the website. Go to iTunes. Go to Stitcher. Go to Spotify. Give us ratings. Let us know how you feel. Comments. Give us the 5 stars. Make it easier for other people to find us. Spread it around. The best possible thing that you can do to make sure that this show keeps growing is to share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Share it with your enemies. If you don't like the show, especially if you really don't like the show, share it with your enemies. Teach them a lesson in bad content. The music you heard on this episode was by Kevin MacLeod. You can find him at incompetech.io. Podcast art by Guillermo Figueroa. That's pretty much all for now. I will see you next week. Out.
You know what? Now that you bring it, I'm gonna watch it over again.
But like, not even just watch it. Look up again, this is a whole nother podcast. I'm gonna edit all this out. But and look into the behind the scenes, like the history of Gremlins 2. Okay, because Joe Dante, I think it was Joe Dante who directed it. Mm-hmm. Basically, someone gave Joe Dante like full rights to just do whatever he wanted, and he decided to go crazy with it. And it was fantastic.
Wow.
Like there's that Key and Peele sketch where they make fun of Gremlins 2, where they have on the guy to come up with all the crazy ideas. That was basically the true thing that happened. That's basically what really happened.
Damn. That kind of reminds me, but in the opposite way, the Fantastic Four with Josh Trank. It's like I read a whole story where like that movie was coming out and like people were really upset that Michael B. Jordan was playing Johnny Storm. You know, he's the white character, but he's playing the black character and stuff like that. And I say, hey, let's give it a shot. No, he's a great actor. Let's see how it goes. The movie comes out. Oh my god, horrible movie. It doesn't even.
But not because
nothing.
Of Michael B. Jordan playing a white guy.
Not his. He did the best he could with what he was given.
He's like the best part about that.
You know
movie.
what I mean? Like he did good for what he did. But Josh Trank came. It was a report saying that 20th Century Fox basically scrapped his whole script. They said we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, and he just didn't take blame of what was wrong with that movie.
Yeah, you know he went wild, and now like Josh Trank is like blacklisted across all of Hollywood.
Oh yes, he's just like I honestly, what has he done since then? Nothing, right?
Nothing. He's been blacklisted. That's it. You will never see a Josh Trank movie ever again. Actually, I think he's done something else that might not be true. But
wow, it's probably indie film.